Hi, I'm Jennifer Logue with indieslant, and I'm sitting here on the rooftop of Flux Studios with the Young Things.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how's
what's
it
going on? Hey yo.
We're going to talk about their new album and the crazy stuff they've been up to over the past few months. Some of which they might want to talk about, some of which no, they won't want to talk about, but
We're up for all of it.
anyway. So you guys want to introduce yourselves for the camera?
I'm John, the drummer.
Josh, guitars.
Mike, rhythm guitars and lead vocals.
Neil, I play bass.
So, want to tell us a little bit about your music for people out there who don't know what the Young Things are all about?
Josh?
Well, I can't.
yes,
No, I'm
you
kidding. No, fuck yeah. No, basically we're a New York City rock and roll band. Born here, raised here. We like to play a lot of music that fucking represents what we do around the neighborhood. Wanted to make a record that we were going to play when we went out to party, had a good time, and that's the record we made. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah.
Nice.
So?
So, tell us a little bit about your history. Where did the Young Things come about? How long have you guys been together? All that good stuff.
Well,
Okay. I used to be in a band called, originally the first band I was ever in was called The Sketch, and it was me, my brother, and our next door neighbor, and then I went abroad and I met Josh in London,
yeah, we're living in London.
Nice.
and he wanted to play guitar for The Sketch, and then when we came back we thought The Sketch sucked, so we started another band, which eventually evolved into this band.
Yeah.
I was originally on bass, but then my brother broke his hand and Neil came in on bass, and I moved to rhythm guitar, and then my brother left and I moved to lead vocals. John knew my brother from work, they worked together.
Indeed, yeah.
That was lucky, it's always hard to find a good drummer. We found John.
I knew you were
That's really it. That's how it came together. 2.5 bands later, I guess here we are.
Yeah, we've had a long and sordid history. We've had some ups and downs, a lot of lineup changes along the way, but now it just feels right. Now it just feels right. Nothing's wrong with us.
Nope.
You got the right chemical balance.
Yeah. 85% of the time.
I've never been in
Minus
a
him.
I've never been in a more well-behaved band.
Yeah, we're well behaved now. Yeah, that's for sure. That's one
As
word
your
for
manager
it.
and
Yeah,
producer laugh.
that's one word for it. Yeah, we're very well
Don't
behaved.
say anything. Don't say anything.
Very well
We
behaved.
are very chemical.
Yeah, well, we went through a wild period.
Ain't that the
Now-
truth?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your album.
Please.
Is the Killer.
Yes.
Dot. Is the
dot.
killer. Who is the killer? What is the killer? Is it are the Young Things the killer? I'm sorry, I was
No.
curious.
This is probably
What's
the
the story?
stupidest story you're ever gonna hear.
Yeah, this is a
And I'm
horrendous
gonna
story.
let Josh tell the story behind the album.
All right.
'Cause I'm
All
too
right. Well,
embarrassed.
here's the gist. Mike and I went through a period where we were watching Scream a lot. Great movie. Don't say shit. It's a good movie. Fuck it. It's great. Wes Craven.
The original Scream.
So
The original.
the
Let's
original.
stress that it's the original, not
Yeah,
3.
Not 3. So we had, we have a lot of time to kill. So we kind of talk on the phone a lot, off and on. And basically, we would joke around about about what is it, Skeet Ulrich and what is it, Matt Lillard.
Matt Lillard.
Oh, nice.
And we would.
Those are the two. Yeah, those are
So
the
we
two
basically
lead
have
actors.
ridiculous phone calls to each other about who was going to kill Nev Campbell that night. So Mike would call me, and it was kind of, it's a horrendous story, but whatever, fuck it. This is the story of the record, so it's going to happen.
This is 100%. You couldn't.
Yeah,
make
this
shit up.
is true. So he'd call me,
Love it.
he'd call me, I'd be working, or he'd be working, or I'd be drunk, and he'd be drunk, and he'd call me, it'd be, either midday or 2 o'clock in the morning, he'd be like, hey, what's going on? It's Lillard. Listen, I left the voice changer in the mailbox. I'm going to be the killer tonight, so if you want to pick it up, it's fine, but return it in time so that I could kill Nev. I'm the killer. So
Yeah.
we had this ridiculous, horrible ongoing joke for about a year. And when it came time to name the EP, I mean, the EP is, it's a fun rock and roll record. So we're like, fuck it, let's just go with what's fun in rock and roll. So that was the ongoing
Love
joke.
it.
And you
You
know what?
might not even have known
No,
that.
this is the first time I've heard this.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you knew that. I never knew I was called as a
I've
killer. I
never
just
heard
thought it
that
was
story
great.
before.
So
It's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah,
and I,
so
that's what we got
basically-
it. But it also tricks people into saying when they review it, the Young Things album is the killer.
Yeah. So
Right,
it's
right.
dual
But we
purpose.
didn't realize that until way
Yeah.
later.
Genius marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I love your songs. All my friends are junkies. You want to talk about that?
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
I guess, everybody's a junkie for something, and that's pretty much what the song's all about. I found myself in a position where looking at everyone in my life, I realized somebody was addicted or in desperate need of something. and that's what the song was born out of.
Everybody's got something, and especially living in New York City and playing around New York City, you meet a whole bunch of people, and everyone's got some kind of angle. And, you know, all your friends are they're into something.
Right.
Might not be heroin, but it's something.
Everyone's got their thing. Everyone's got their form of heroin.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's got their thing, so we realized everyone we know and is around is kind of a junkie.
Yeah.
Cool. I was taking that more generalist approach to the song myself. You know.
Yeah.
But I love the title. I think it's really catchy. So, do you have any advice for baby bands coming up? You know, that are on the New York scene. Like, what have you learned over the past few years playing out?
What have we learned?
Get a good manager.
Yeah, find a great manager.
Manager.
Yeah,
Bring 50 people and open for us.
it's hard. It's really, really hard, but
Keep doing it.
Yeah,
Keep doing it.
We've been
Keep the
around
faith.
through a lot of shit, a lot of lineup changes, a lot of drug addictions. We've been around through a lot of crap,
Yeah.
and we just kept doing it because we love to play. I mean, it's rock and roll.
Yeah,
It's the greatest
You
fucking
play
thing in
into
the
an
world.
empty room, you just got a free rehearsal session.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's you know what that is the best. That's the best
Practice.
attitude.
We
yeah.
started to
Doing
look
it.
at stuff
Great
like that.
attitude.
Yeah, it's a
and
paid practice. If you're playing to a room with 4 people, don't half-ass it. You never know who's in the room.
Yeah.
Have a good time. Play your heart out. Always be on point. Just have a good time, and it'll always work out.
Biggest thing, you guys, if you're having fun on stage,
Exactly.
people will get off on it with you. That's the biggest thing you can do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You love it, they'll love it. It's a fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack back to the album because I want to talk about the recording of it.
Okay.
Because you guys recorded here in Flux.
We did.
And you mentioned to me that this was you've done a few albums, right?
Well, we did a couple of recording sessions before
Okay.
this one.
yeah,
And yeah.
they never went well.
Yeah, it never really popped. I mean, we love the studio. It's a great place. Basically, we did a lot of sessions where we tried to piece it together. It didn't work out. It was kind of, do the drums first, do the guitars first, do this first, put a scratch track. And that's not the kind of band we are. We're kind of grip it and rip it. Basically, first and foremost, we're a good time fucking rock and roll New York City band. So we couldn't really capture what we do doing that.
Right.
So we went downstairs, we recorded overnight here. We did a couple of midnight to 8 a.m. sessions. Had a whole bunch of drinks, had a whole bunch of girls stop by, had some donuts, I believe, came by.
Oh yeah, Entenmann's.
Yeah, Entenmann's
Nice,
stopped by.
donuts.
Is that legal to say Entenmann's? Is that bad? Will they come
Rich
back?
frosted donut.
Yeah, sorry,
Rich-
frosted donuts.
Frosted donuts.
And-
Hey, they might do a sponsorship.
Yeah,
Maybe,
exactly.
maybe.
And it never really popped, but you know what? Doing it late night, we mic'd the room, we had a great time, we had good people around us, and we just had a couple drinks, we played our hearts out,
Yeah.
and we
That's-
just recorded it like a live record.
That's the other important thing. We
Yeah.
found a great guy, Mike Comparetto, who works here, and
Mike, do you want to come up?
Yeah, Mike.
Say a word, Mike.
Yeah.
Step up here,
say a
Mike.
word. Come.
Be careful of this platform.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
Mike.
make any sudden movements.
He's our producer,
Yeah.
engineer. He did a great
How you
job.
doing?
he
This
saw us
guy
at
produced this.
Yeah, he did a
record.
great job.
he saw us at Crash Mansion one night and contacted us, and we came here, and we loved him, and we loved the space, and we started doing it.
We gotta be.
You gotta find you gotta get the right people on your team.
Yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
That's really important.
We wanted it to sound like a party. We wanted a record that you could either listen to by yourself or you could listen to with a room full of 50 people.
Right.
And the only way to get that right is to play well and to get the right sound in the room and play live and just play your hearts out. That's what we did. And it was, at times it was horrible. I'm not gonna lie. When you see that sun come up and it's 6:30 in the morning,
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah,
doing
you're
it
laying down
first.
vocal tracks.
yeah, you're kind of half drunk and half full on donuts.
Do it
Oh,
again.
yeah.
Entenmann's.
And
Red Bull.
One thing leads to
Oh,
Red Bull.
man,
One
what
thing
a
leads.
mix.
One thing leads to another.
Red Bull, I want a sponsorship, please. Please.